Inflation is essentially a 20th century concept. In the long sweep of history, there's no inflation to speak of. Century after century, no inflation. There's a gentle cyclical movement with the rest of the economy. Occasionally, there are some sharp episodes of inflation, which I'll come back to. But for long, long periods of time, there's no inflation. Just incidentally, come to my mind at the moment here, bank rate, English bank rate, stood at 5%, unchanged, from 1750 to 1822. And that was in the period of the Industrial Revolution, the beginnings and the surge and so on, and of wartime too. But an appreciation of the fact that there was no inflation across that long, long period, even if we restricted ourselves, say, to monetary economies, monetized economies, leads us to ponder over some of the assertions that have been made relatively recently. For instance, that the cause of the current inflation is supply, or a war, or some other big event. And if you recognize that there has been no inflation across long periods, when we have more than our share around the world of famines and wars and natural disasters, then you want to start looking more closely at what it was that was causing the inflation. So why, over such long periods, was there no inflation? Well, the short answer, and a big part of the explanation, is that we had metallic currencies, or currencies were based firmly on metal. And there's a clear limit to how you can multiply how much metal you have, how you can acquire it. And so there's no inflation, working on the basis that money is the determinant of inflation. Excess money in relation to output. Only when we get to the 20th century do we really get the ability to print money on a sufficiently big scale with a reasonable security element attached to the product that allows the vast expansions in the money supply. Occasionally, there are breaks. For instance, in the Napoleonic Wars with Britain and France, essentially. And the reason is that we suspended our relationship with metal and printed money. It wasn't all the printing of money, but that was a big part of the explanation. The inflation wasn't serious. It persisted for 20, 30 years, but it wasn't serious. And the main reason for that was that everybody accepted that this is temporary. We're going back to this gold standard that we're on as soon as this emergency is over. And that's what we did. And then prices were flat for the next 100 years.